All right, yo, what's up, y'all? Dang it. All right, so we're heading back from Utah. We had this little family get together, and it's Sunday, and we need to be planning for the week, so I just want to make this little plug. I hope it's useful for y'all. First of all, we have our second meeting in the masterclass coming up this coming Saturday at 10:30. The event should be out. If they're not, they will be very soon. Very important to make this meeting. First of all, just show up to all the meetings in general. Like whether you feel like you're doing good or you're not doing so good or you're on it or not on it, no one else really cares, right? This is all about you and your personal journey. Showing up to these meetings means you're going to learn every single time. You're going to get re-inspired, re-motivated, re-engaged. So just come to the meetings. That's tip number one, okay? This meeting is all about metabolic flexibility and fat burning, which is very important to us because it's one of our main goals when we eat real food. We're trying to train the body how to use fat for fuel because that's going to give us everything that we're looking for from a real food way of eating. It's going to help us improve our health markers over time. It's going to help us feel better energy-wise. And then very important to all of us, it's going to help us normalize our body composition and burn body fat for fuel. All right, so it's all the tips and hints that we've got for that. Also, what are we talking about? The importance of being a real foodie. So we're going to talk about moderation guidelines with the SHT approved food items and the power of seeing yourself as a real foodie and what that really means and some simple basic goals around that. We're going to have our first introduction into strategic fasting. All right, we'll have some very, very simple guidelines as far as that goes. They're optional, but we're going to talk a little bit about fasting. And then finally, we're going to talk about paleo as a food methodology. I want you all to understand what it is, why it's so beneficial, why it works for a lot of people, what we like about it, and where we differ as SHT, okay? So that meeting's coming up. What else do we have? We got food prep and devices workshop on Sunday. I'm going to make this virtual, but it's going to be awesome. We're going to talk about the latest and greatest food prep strategies, including our brutally simple food matrix, which we're just now putting together, but it's pretty awesome. At the request of Natasha to have some kind of a little strategy cheat sheet. Also, the leftovers method we'll talk about, and then we'll talk about different devices, the Instant Pot. What else we got in there? Air fryer. Talked a little bit about, man, I can't remember off the top of my head. Anyway, sous vide. We'll talk about sous vide too. All right, and then we'll talk about food prep strategies in general, things that'll make your life much easier and much more simple, okay? Finally, I just want to make a plug for every Sunday. For most of us, this is a great day to plan the week, all right? A little bit of intention goes a really long way. If you just sit down and think about, what am I doing for my meals this week? How many meals am I eating? If I'm eating 3 meals a day, making that first and second meal super simple. It can be the exact same thing every single day just to make it work, all right? We're looking to feel good, and if we have to be repetitive about it, that's totally fine, all right? So for a lot of us, that's going to be the egg casserole, yolk roll, eggs and bacon, eggs and sausage, half a banana, a little bit of fruit, something along those lines, something that's easy to prep beforehand or that you can make on the spot. For a lot of us, for the lunch meal, we're going to have like a salad with some dressing, maybe a little bit of meat, some shredded chicken, some leftover beef, or something along those lines, all right? So just do a little bit of thinking what you want those first 2 meals to look like. And then your evening meal, I would go ahead and start using this leftovers method, which is basically you're planning for a meal every other night. So you make more than enough in a night to cover 2 nights, and that way you have leftovers the next night. So you're really only cooking 3 nights a week. And we've just mapped ours out, and what do we say? Tonight we're doing breakfast for dinner, so we're doing omelets and some waffles tonight. You know, of course, SHT waffles made with good ingredients. We'll have that again tomorrow evening. And then the next Tuesday night, we're doing Taco Tuesday. So we'll probably do taco bowls with some white rice, maybe some siete tortillas. Not sure how we're going to do that just yet. And we'll do that for 2 nights. And then we'll do steaks, and we'll do that for 2 nights with some sweet potatoes probably. And then I think next Saturday we're doing gluten-free pizza night or something like that. For breakfast and lunch, we just do our own thing. Usually we'll just do some eggs and bacon, and I'm trying to make sure that I have a little bit of carbs, so sometimes I'll have like a quarter of a banana or something like that, all right? But the point there is a little bit of intention goes a long way. Think about what your week is going to look like. Make it simple. Don't make it complicated. Keep those morning and midday meals very easy. Evening is where you can get a little bit complicated. Leftovers method is the way to go, we believe, all right? I think that's all I got for y'all. Keep it real. Make it a great week, and we better see you at this upcoming meeting on Saturday.